Is a new member of the subcommittee on Ways and Means, Max Miller of Ohio.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman LaHood and Ranking Member Davis, and excuse my voice. Thank you for the opportunity to hold this important hearing. We must make every effort to equip and empower Americans to re-enter the workforce and unlock the full potential of our nation's economy. To achieve that, it's imperative that we safeguard the integrity of our employment safety net. Since coming to Congress, I have been a strong proponent of building our nation's future workforce by providing individuals with opportunities to acquire qualifying work skills and keep the United States at the forefront of innovation and productivity. Like many, I am very concerned, as you have heard from a lot of our colleagues on this side of the aisle, to learn the unprecedented fraud that occurred during the pandemic, which the GAO has estimated, which we've heard a lot today, anywhere between $100 billion to $135 billion and possibly more. Just in Northeast Ohio alone, where I'm from, the United States Attorney for the Northern District of the state sentenced perpetrators who stole millions of dollars from the program intended to assist the unemployed, which was all over our area. This commitment to prosecute and to hold criminals responsible demonstrates that we must continue to be vigilant of those who try to scam federal relief programs and waste our tax dollars, including providing federal investigators with the continued authority to prosecute those stealing from American workers. It is my understanding that 2,000 individuals have been prosecuted with $47 billion, say it again, $47 billion in potential fraud to date. But there are at least 157,000 open cases and much more to be done that are unaccounted for at this moment in time to date. Fortunately, efforts such as those undertaken by my home state of Ohio and others will help their respective states' unemployment system to stop unemployment insurance fraud before it starts and get resources to eligible workers in a timely and accurate fashion. And I believe that's what everyone would like, regardless of political affiliation. Mr. Fickey, as you testified, the state of Ohio is experiencing a high volume of fraudulent claims. In fact, the unadjudicated claims backlog was growing exponentially, and as you know, Ohio's governor made a decision to engage the private sector for support, including the Ohio Business Roundtable's members' expertise that you had mentioned earlier, with a goal to stop fraudulent claims, reduce the backlog, and re-engineer the customer experience. I understand the project's results exceeded expectations. How can such public and private partnerships be effective in reducing fraud, safeguarding valuable public resources, and allowing funds to be targeted to those who are truly in need?
Thank you for the question. In Ohio's case, I think that some of the key factors involved is collaboration across agencies, across the state and federal resources, especially when it comes to, as an example, the prosecution of those cases. If you look at the amount of work that Ohio Department of Jobs and Family Services did, they focused a lot on advanced analytics, taking advantage of big data technology programs to really segment off the claims that actually were fraud-free so that we could actually get to the point of real citizens in need were getting paid. And the other thing I think that the state did an excellent job at is that the claims that were submitted that were actually had significant amount of fraud indicators on them were all processed, and they were all ultimately looked at and freed. In the long run, I think the other thing that was really important was taking all that advanced analytics and data and actually providing it to the law enforcement sides to actually enable the actual prosecution with good data and with things that are going with it. I think it's very important, and it's a core part of my testimony, is the collaboration between the financial services industry and the unemployment agencies. There is lots of really important analytics work that's been done in both of those worlds that actually required and can provide a collaborative effort to go between those. The work that NASL has done around the Integrity Center, I think, is very important. And Lieutenant Governor Husted's focus on advanced analytics for the state of Ohio clearly put Ohio in a very good position coming into this, at a time when, in Ohio's case, they had to stand up a brand new system for the pandemic unemployment assistance programs that went with it. So collaboration, advanced analytics, and really working with some of the key private sector organizations to enable that, I think, is critical. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fickey, and I just want to thank you again for all the work you do in my home state, in our home state. It is very